Over the past 5 years, legislation that would change both the texting and driving laws in the state of Nebraska, as well as seatbelt laws, have been brought into the Unicameral. But each time, those bills failed to even get out of committee. This past legislative session, State Senator Roy Baker introduced a bill to tighten seatbelt laws in Nebraska. He figured it was common sense legislation.
The committee never even voted on it.
That bill, along with another one that would have made texting and driving a primary offense, have been stalled in the Transportation Committee for a number of years.
There's a scramble among the right wing now to posture themselves as being very, very conservative, and accordingly, if you're very, very conservative, you're not going to listen to anything that entails more regulation.
I can't speak for other people's, but that's not my rationale behind it.
Transportation Committee Chair Kurt Friesen says racial profiling, specifically with seatbelt laws, is why he halted the legislation.
Officers tend to profile. And so it's easy to drive along and you see somebody and you can say, oh, I didn't see you had your seatbelt on. If it's a primary offense, they pull them over and then they can ask to search the car.
Profiling is one reason Friesen is also against tightening texting and driving laws. But that hasn't stopped most of the country from passing them.
Look at a U.S. map. There are 47 states who have texting while driving bans. However, only 4 of those states have it as a secondary measure, and that includes Nebraska.
States that have tighter restrictions have gotten creative in order to enforce them. And Friesen says Nebraska law enforcement has other priorities than worrying about texting drivers.
It varies on how badly you want to enforce it, and if you're going to go to all the trouble to enforce it, are you going to show results that actually lower accidents ratios? And data right now shows that you're not.
Others against new laws say it raises constitutional questions, and that Nebraska law already covers texting and driving.
Because right now in Nebraska we have 2 laws that essentially encompass this type of behavior, and that's reckless driving and careless driving.
While there may be opposition, it seems likely similar bills will again be introduced this coming session.
The toughest part is getting it past the committee so far. I think getting to the floor, I think it has a good chance.
Now, another unknown about this whole process is if the legislature is even able to pass something, what Governor Pete Ricketts will ultimately decide to do. In Lincoln, John Kipper, 3 News Now.